Hey everyone, this is Carnage Cards, ENT from PlayingPioneer.com. I'm here for a new little series that we're going to be doing. It's just some deck techs, playing through some decks, showing you guys, what is Pioneer, what are some of the premier decks in the format. Today I'm going to be starting with Lotus Field. It's a deck that's existed for quite a long time. It's kind of become the premier combo deck of the format. It's really our only true combo deck. There's maybe also Jeskai Ascendancy that falls into that category, but this is a combo that wins when it goes off, so it doesn't ever give you the opportunity to go again. It just it hits its Sultai ultimatum, and that's pretty much the game, right? There's a lot of other decks that can be pseudo combo, like Mono Green or Esper Greasefang, which does similar things but doesn't actually outright win the game when it happens. It's kind of more of a, this is really hard to overcome and very, very hard to beat. So I'm going to be running you guys through a league of this. So we'll be, playing 5 matches, see how we can do. I'll be, talking through how this deck works and everything like that. It's a Lotus Field deck, so obviously Lotus Field is the card that's the most important. We're trying to make as many Lotus Fields as we can, cast our powerful spells, draw practically our entire deck, and win the game that way. For this particular iteration, our win con is Approach of the Second Sun. So that's pretty much how we're going to try and win games. And I'll just get right to it. So here we are for match 1. We get the play, so that's always a positive start. We're actually going to keep this hand. Most important thing that you're looking for is you're trying to find a Lotus Field and a Thespian Stage as fast as humanly possible. The rest of it is pretty much, you'll try and draw it off your deck. This is kind of a similar like Tron feel where you're really trying to assemble like the most important combo piece. And then from there, you can kind of just hope that the top of your deck leads to it. Obviously, we'd like to have like some of our big spells in our hands, like Pour Over the Pages and things like that. But this is a great place to start. So we're just going to start up right here. We don't know what our opponent is on, no companion reveal. So, we're pretty much in the dark. We know some of the things it can't be, but we're not positive what it is. Something that's important, don't, get your mind all crazy here. You're not leading on Lotus Field. Lotus Field is a turn 3 play, not a turn 1-2 play, as you have to sacrifice 2 lands to keep the Lotus Field. So we're just going to try and not take any damage here. We'll pass it back with a Breeding Pool there. Lair of the Hydra pretty much tells us right off the bat that we're playing against Mono Green. This is by far our worst matchup. It's most of the reason why Lotus Field has like fluctuated in its capabilities of being a deck, as Mono Green, what they get to do is they get to have main board hate, and it's very, very difficult to come back from that. So they're having their ideal start here. What would be even better for them is to just untap, play another elf, which they didn't, at least. So there's something to keep in mind. A big problem that you're going to run into against the Mono Green matchup is that they're going to play Karn, they're going to find a Dampening Sphere, and then they're going to keep you completely off of any mana whatsoever. So I'm just trying to think through if there's a way that I can kind of finagle this through without having to commit to the Lotus Field here. But I don't really think that there's a way that I can do this better. Yeah, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to play out the Vizier, as they don't have much interaction. And I'm going to try and play the Lotus Field next turn and then copy the Lotus Field. It keeps me on the same timeline to combo. It just doesn't give me the cycle that I want, but this does allow me to, if they do find the Dampening Sphere, to make a little bit more mana, where at the end of turn, I can Otawara the Dampening Sphere back and then try and go off from there. So that's kind of my thought process for that, is that I'm kind of planning for them to have that turn 4 Karn, find that Dampening Sphere, and kind of, put a hate to us here. Worst case scenario is that they do have the Karn, they find Pithing Needle, they Pithing Needle, Thespian Stage, and then, we're pretty much dead in the water there too. Like I said, it's definitely our worst matchup. Right here, 4 mana probably means Karn. There it is. This is almost like at the point of concede. We're not really going to be able to beat this. Like I said, they're going to be able to get Pithing Needle here. They're going to be able to name Thespian Stage, and then they're going to be able to find Dampening Sphere next turn, and there's not a whole lot that we can do about it. Oh, okay. Slightly weird. But I mean, they're going to be able to go get Dampening Sphere anyway. But we can try and play around this. We'll float some mana. We will play the Lotus. We will use that mana to make another Lotus field. Then we'll pass the turn. Like I said, they're able to go get Dampening Sphere here, which they're going to do. They're going to play the Dampening Sphere, make these just make colorless mana, and try and get us from there. We kind of have to hope that they have no other interaction whatsoever. If they do, that is what it is. Like I said, just our hardest matchup. The fact that they can get these things main board to beat us is like really, really hard to get by. All right, Old Growth Troll. They draw a card. They're going to untap, make a good amount of mana here. Probably play out the Dampening Sphere. Wolfhaven. They might be out of gas. Can't play anything else. Their Nykthos doesn't do anything anymore. Found a Hidden Strings. We're going to play out the Sanctum here. We're going to pass. So we pretty much just have to hope that they really have nothing. If they have pretty much anything, we're going to struggle. Next turn, we're going to be able to play a land, bounce the Dampening Sphere at end of turn with the Odawara. Cavaliers, also not good for us. We're pretty much hoping they don't find another Karn. They didn't hit a Storm, so that's good for us too. They can cast a 1-drop here if they want. Maybe a 2-drop, but no Karn. Next turn, we're like... They might not even have any more hate than just this Dampening Sphere anyway. Another Wolfhaven. This is all good. This is all good. We can afford to take some shots here. So we take 4. Next turn, we can take 9, 10 maximum. We can survive here. Okay. All right, we are in this game. We are very much so in this game. So they have a draw step here to find anything like really big. They might just make a really big lair or a storm. No, just a big lair. Okay. Okay. We can block the lair. We don't need this Vizier. All right. Okay. Okay, here we go. And a dig through time. All right, we might actually have this. So we are not going to play a land. We're going to lead on Pour Over the Pages to start. Untap both of our lands. Need to throw something away. Lier is going to make this game very, very easy for us. It's just about how do we get to Lier. I don't think I need the stage. I do not think I need the stage. We're going to cast Lier here. We are going to untap both of these. Alright, then going to Pour Over the Pages. Looking for some more things. Probably dump the Thespian stage here. We will... Oops. Alright, that's a mistake. Oh, it's because I cannot... Alright, I get it. Alright, we should be good here now. Probably best thing to take here is just the Beseiju, which is safer. We will make black. Hidden String. No. Ultimatum. So the Ultimatum, the important thing is that you're trying to find an Omniscience. You're trying to find a Pour Over the Pages. And normally Lier. We already have the Lier, so we don't really need to worry about that. So we're just going to take Behold, Omniscience, Pour Over the Pages. Okay, okay. They're going to leave us with the Omniscience. Interesting. All right. They just concede. So we got there, game 1, which is awesome. As I said, it's a very, very tough matchup for us, just in general, not even just in game 1. But they do only generally have like one piece of hate. So if you can find your Beseijus or your Odawaras, you're going to be able to kind of make a little bit of headway with that. You don't really do much sideboarding with this deck. You have like practically just like the iteration that is like a flex spot that you could maybe bring something in, bring something out. Most of the time, you're looking to bring in stuff against control, maybe some ley lines against some of the like discard matchups. Here, my only real consideration is I kind of want to have both of these Pithing Needles. Naming a Pithing Needle on Karn is going to be huge, so I'm going to bring in the Pithing Needles here. I don't think I need the Galvanic Iteration, as I think it's kind of just a little bit win more in this matchup. Cutting the last card, like I said, is a little bit difficult. You don't have that many flex spots, as most of the other stuff is all super, super, super important. Normally, you'd maybe want to skimp on like Grazers in some matchups, but I think in this one, this is what's going to allow us to kind of speed ourselves up a little bit as we're on the draw. So I'm just going to cut a Shimmer, but I'm not 100% on if that would be the right call. There's probably arguments to just cutting a Balajed. So we have a Scrying, a Thespian Stage, an Otawara, a Hidden Strings. I'm going to have to keep this hand as we technically can get everything that we need here, but I don't love it. I don't love having the Omniscience already in my hand. Lead on the Sanctum. So they have their best start, which is obviously a green and an elf. They might be Landlight here. I'm going to do this kind of similar to last time where I'm going to play out the Thespian Stage earlier. I want to keep this Otawara, so I'm kind of hoping to draw land next turn so that I don't have to play the Otawara out. So they have 4 mana here. They ended up drawing their second land, so they are capable of playing Kiora. Kiora is very good. They're able to untap and kind of hyper themselves. They went with just that, so they must have a 1-drop. All right, 3 cards left in hand. Again, Karn is pretty much the only thing that we are like actively afraid of. I drew a land just like I drew it up. We're going to make the same play that we made last time. We drew Lier, which is also just like really, really good. We're missing one last piece. We're really, really, really looking for like a draw spell, a dig through time, a pour over the pages, an ultimatum, something like that. Right now we've got a way to make a ton of mana. We can even probably cast an Omniscience at this point. They have Karn. So this is going to be a little bit better than last game. They're going to be able to protect the Karn from my Vizier attack, which means they don't have to lose the Karn to go get their hate spells. I'm just happy we got to hold on to the Otawara. That's pretty much exactly what we were trying to do last game too. Going to go right off the bat with that. We found a Grazer here. We didn't draw a land, so we can't really just like play the Lotus field out and hope to keep drawing lands. I'm tempted to play the Otawara out. Yeah, I'm going to play the Otawara out. And I'm going to play the Lier. I think it's risky, but I'd rather next turn be able to Sylvan Scrying to go get a Beseju to hit this Dampening Sphere. They probably get Godpharaoh's Gift here, right? Yeah, so we're done. Godpharaoh's here. They're able to play it out, which makes everything I have cost 2 more. It also deals me some damage. We naturally drew a land. That's not horrible. Gonna attack the Karn down. They're gonna let that happen. We are able to Beseju the Godpharaoh's Gift here. Godpharaoh statue, sorry, and then from there we can untap, play the Lotus field, and then try and Otawara our way through this. Storm the Festival is what they have, so they could just hit another Karn, and that puts us in like an even worse spot. We're falling further and further behind anemic hits. They are going to be able to make quite a bit of mana. They're already at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're, land away. Probably should have done this prior. We'll hit the God statue here. So now they're able to go get. They're going to be able to storm next turn. Again, we still don't have a draw spell. We still don't have our Lotus fields locked up here. So we're still pretty far behind. Fae of Wishes is good. Float some mana. These two. Probably just worth playing out this Grazer to maybe block some stuff. We've already cast 1 spell. All right, again, we're going to hope that they really have nothing, but we know that they can storm this turn. But we need to do some work. We need to draw something to deal with this Dampening Sphere. We're just going to take this. We need to draw an Otawara or Beseju fast. Even a Sylvan Scrying would be fine. Cavalier of Thorns. They draw another card. They hit a Nykthos, which is actually not good for them. They hit another Storm, though. Untap. Oof. Another Old Growth Troll, so they're going to be able to draw another card. Another Old Growth Troll, it looks like. They need to pay 5 for another one, but it looks like they have one. So they're going to be able to draw again. Pretty much here we need to draw it. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So we can Viseju the dampening sphere here. So wow. Okay. I'm a little happy that we did this. So we found essentially a pseudo Viseju, which means they're going to probably cast a Storm the Festivals here. They're going to try and find probably another Karn. And then they're going to cast a Pithing Needle, trying to name Viseju, which means we have to react to the Dampening Sphere. They did not hit here. That's great. So what's really cool about their Dampening Sphere is it's actually taxing them actively, which means that like right now they can only cast like a 2-drop, not a 1-drop. Which means that we're pretty much safe. They're going to be able to attack for 13, but we have our wonderful Grazer here that can make a block. They found the Karn off of the Cavalier. They are not capable of casting it. Okay, we might have found a way through this. We are going to block, take 8, go to 5. We get to keep our Vizier. That's fine too. Hit the Dampening Sphere. Oh, we actually had a legendary creature I didn't need to tap. Now we get to do some stuff. All right. So we are able to cast the Omniscience and then go from there. What do we got that we can go get in the sideboard? Nothing very good. Go get a Shimmer and then like try and Shimmer a bunch of times. Okay. Blue, 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 blue. Cast the Omniscience. Behold, we win! Boom! We found a way. We played through Game 1 Pithing Needle and Dampening Sphere, and Game 2 Dampening Sphere. Wow. We found a way. Great. Let's queue into match 2. All right, here we are for match 2. We're on the play again, so that's awesome. I'm gonna close my sideboard. That's from last game. All right, so this is great. This is what I've been looking for. We didn't get to see that in game 1. Is this a keepable hand? It has an ultimatum. It has a pour over the pages. It has 2 lands. It has 2 shimmers. It has a galvanic. It has pretty much everything you'd want to be able to play Magic. Except it doesn't have a Thespian stage, it doesn't have a Lotus field, and it doesn't have a way to find either one of those things. So you would essentially be banking on the fact that these 2 cards here can find you those things. I would mulligan, which I'm going to do. It's something that you kind of get used to. As you know, I'm a Tron player in Modern, and you really want to be able to have those cards. Those are the cards that matter. Those are the cards that make the matchup good for you. You always want to go to about 5. 5 is where you're going to start to like think about maybe keeping some hands that are a little bit looser. This is a similar thing. It's actually like worse than the other hand. So I'm gonna mulligan again. This isn't great, but it's going to be the keep. We're going to put back the Behold. Going to put back a Vizier here. And we do at least get to lead on Grazer. And now we're just hoping for the top of our deck to be nice. Next turn we get to play Lotus Field. We have a Vizier. We're playing against red-black midrange. No need to do anything here. We could have maybe like floated the mana and Viziered, but we don't need to do that right now. Found a temple. We can scry. Don't want that. We can pass. They're not doing anything actively crazy for us to kind of care about. So we can kind of just keep living off the top of our deck. Still at 17. They're probably going to play a Graveyard Trespasser here too. That doesn't really do anything. Let's try and cycle this Vizier right now. Sultai Ultimatum. Gonna play this out. Gonna pass the turn. Had I known this was on top, I probably would have held the Vizier, as that probably would have allowed us to cast the Ultimatum next turn. Trespasser now. They deal us 1. We're dead next turn, so we have to at least try to go off next turn. I don't think it's possible with what our current hand. Okay, that helps. Blue, green. I just kind of have to hope that they have nothing. All right. Yeah, for some reason I thought like I was going to be able to draw some cards and stuff with the Omniscience, but I don't know what I thought was in my graveyard. I thought that the Ultimatum was going to be able to go into my graveyard. That was kind of like a miscue on my part. It was possible the Lier was wrong. Maybe getting like Dig Through Time, Pour was better. But I really needed the lands. So this is the matchup where you're going to be bringing in the ley lines. You're going to be cutting a Galvanic and a Shimmer, similar to last time. And you could bring in something like Supreme Verdict or the Perils, but I don't really like diluting the deck. I really just kind of want to do the combo and get moving from there. So we're going to try and do that. This hand's a mulligan. These are 2 cards you want to be able to search for, which I can't do anymore. This is a much better hand. This is exactly the type of hand that we're looking for. We're going to be able to go turn 1 Grazer, play the Otawara, play the Lotus Field, ship back an Otawara here. Get the Lotus quick. Being able to Shimmer afterwards is going to be nice too. So even through a Thoughtseize here, we're going to at least be able to like get the combo online fast and keep a Shimmer for next turn. Almost put the Lotus Field in. Make sure you're clicking right. So like I said, their best turn is Thoughtseize, which it's going to be. They're going to take a Shimmer, which leaves us with a Shimmer and the Lotus Field. Okay. I think I'm just going to take the land here, as I don't think the Hidden Strings gets us anywhere. I want to be able to play a land, at least being able to untap 2 things next turn with the Pour. Tenacious Underdog is fine. Vizier is good. Another Vizier. Oof. Dump the Lotus Field here. We can kind of do this again. We're looking for a... At least we can pop that back. That's exactly what we're looking for. At this point, my hand's pretty bulletproof. Thespian Stage. Grazer, yep, Sanctum. So now we're at the mercy of the top of our deck. We need to be able to find. Awesome. That's why I didn't keep the ley line. It doesn't do anything. Now we need to be able to find spells off the top of our deck. Dig Through Time, Ultimatum. I'm just gonna take the 3 at this point. Oh, they're missing lands. Lotus Field is definitely not what we were looking to draw. So, like I said, Ultimatum, Fae of Wishes, Mastermind's Acquisition, Pour Over the Pages, Dig Through Time are all good draws here. We're just going to take the 3 again. We have no reason to block. We'll try and use these Grazers later to block when we're about to die. Trespasser. Oof, go blank. Okay, there goes our graveyard. That's not. I might as well play out the land. No need to hold it. So what did we lose here? Nothing crazy, but Yeah, Croxa's fine. We're going to block now. It just makes our dig through times cheaper. They're still 2 cards away from the Croxa. They still only have 2 in hand. Lotus Field's not like a really great draw. But again, I'd like more cards in my graveyard. Those just makes digs cheaper. We really need to draw something good. We're running pretty low on time, especially if they're going to be able to put some cards into the graveyard soon. We'll block again. Same argument as before. Every extra card in the graveyard is a better dig through time. There we go. 3. That's the game. Good win there. Again, Mulligan looked really, really good. We're looking for the important spells. Then we just play off the top of our deck, hope for the best, which there it was good. Perfect timing, hit the ultimatum, and we were able to go off to the races for that. Gonna do a similar thing, no extra sideboarding. Just kind of try and win the same way. This is a horrible, horrible, horrible hand. So we're easily mulliganing this hand. God, this hand is very weird. I kind of like this hand, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put back the Lotus Field. If I go turn 1, turn 2, yeah, I'm going to put back the Lotus Field. This just makes us Thoughtseize proof, which is like the craziest thing to say, but like they're going to try and keep a hand that interacts with us, and now they just can't get anything for it, so they're just kind of like dead spells. They mulliganed to be able to interact with us in that way. Oh, Grazer's really good. I wish I had kept the Lotus Field now, knowing I had great something good on top. Yes. All right. It's gonna be able to search for a Thespian stage here. Play the Lotus Field. Pass the turn back. They probably have a Bone Crusher Giant here. Yes, they're going to be able to cast said Bone Crusher Giant if they like. It's good. It's better than the Underdog. The Underdog was only 3 points of damage. This is 4. It just speeds up the clock that we're playing against here. That's what's really important when you're playing against Lotus Field, is being able to put a clock on. As we did last game, we're going to take the 4 to start and just kind of like figure out if we need to do anything. I don't think they'll be able to play a bigger creature than this that we would want to block, but it's possible. It could be Trespasser or Fable here. Trespasser. So they're putting a fast clock. This also incentivizes us to cast spells. Gonna make our Lotus Field here. Okay. All right. Here we go. Not very good. Throw away Boseiju. Put this down. We do not want Scrying. We didn't love the card that was on top, so I can cast the Scrying here if I want to. Go get a Thespian stage, play the stage. Into a Lotus Field, be able to Balajet back the Pour Over the Pages. We're going to double block. Oh, that was a reason to bring back the Pour Over the Pages. So now we're kind of not in a good spot. 5. Oh, Fable. Okay, that was a slight miscue. I was thinking of not bringing back the Pour Over the Pages because of Thoughtseize, but that turned out to be wrong, as that kind of hurt us more than it helped us. Grazer's at least something here. Put that down. I'll just hit the Fable here. Pass the turn back. We're at the mercy of the top of our deck at this point. Happy that I was able to cast something. We'll probably block the Shaman here, take 7. The next turn we can block here, take 5. The triggers, though, will kind of mess that up a little bit. I think this was very winnable. I think had I returned the 4 over the pages, we'd be in a slightly better position. That was maybe a miscue. Block here. Take 7, go to 6. Another Fable. Okay. That's not going to do it. Alright, I think that was very winnable. Oof. Poor was the next card. Weren't going to find anything off of it, though. So it didn't look like we were going to get there anyway. But definitely a winnable match. Alright, here we are for game number 3. We are not on the play for once. So this is a similar hand to what we had before, right? Where we have a Grazer, we have a Shimmer, we have a Pour Over the Pages, we have none of those combo pieces. So it's a mulligan. Alright, this one we're going to keep. It defies the rules that I've similarly been saying before. And obviously the other hand was better, but we're not going to really be able to find much better than this. The Grazer kind of is what tips us over the point with the Scry. We're able to use the Scry to hopefully set up and find something. Fatal Push is going to come right here. Got to use those spells. Looks like we're up against Black-Red Midrange again. Sylvan Scrying. Perfect. Next turn we can Scrying for the Lotus field, and then we can Shimmer. That's okay. We're just going to dump the land here. Lotus field. Back. Next turn we'll be able to Shimmer, hopefully find a... or just naturally find it. Alright, we just naturally found it, so let's go. They're missing double red. Sorin. Sorin is fantastic for us. Sorin is an incredibly slow clock. Yes, it allows them to draw some cards, so they're going to be able to kind of maybe find some Thought Seizes to attack our hand. But we should be alright. Make this Thespian stage into a Lotus field. Find another Lotus field. That's not very good. I'm going to cast a Shimmer here. Take another Shimmer. Pour Over the Pages. I'm wondering if I wait a turn. My fear is that they're going to be able to attack my hand. So I'm just going to untap them both. And we're just going to try and... we're going to try and get lucky. Dump the Lotus field. Approach of the Second Sun. That's the game. So turn 4, I'm on a mulligan to 6. Grazer is just so important. Grazer allows you to just kind of hyper speed this matchup. We're going to do the same sideboarding that we have been doing, which is bringing in the 2 ley lines, taking out the Shimmer and Galvanic Iteration. As I said, Galvanic Iteration is really the flex card in this deck. You're going to see decks that run it. You're going to see decks that don't run it. I personally like to have it just because it is win more. In that situation, had I not already had the combo locked up, I would have been able to Iteration the Shimmer. And I could have Iteration, Shimmer, and I would have been able to look at 12 cards, take 3 cards from it. Say I had no more gas in my hand, which would have been really, really good for us. So it's just little things like that that I think Galvanic helps you do versus some of the other lists that are playing Dark Petition, which just allows you to go and find 1 card, which is very powerful in on itself. And I'm not saying one is better than the other. This is just a personal preference. At the end of the day, combo decks are very much so personal preference. You have to want to play the combo. You have to want to think the combo is very good to be able to play it. This is a funny hand. So this is one of our combo pieces. It has a way to look for maybe finding the combo piece and kind of a redraw. Has a lot of lands, has a scry. I'm going to keep it, but it's definitely a little bit loose. Mulligan would have been fine too. Definitely, as you can probably assume that they're going to have some sort of discard spell, which they didn't, which is good for us. We're looking for a scrying. I'm also going to keep a grazer. Like I said, grazer just helps so much here. It's going to allow us to play the island and the Thespian stage next turn. And it blocks. Kroxa is totally fine. We're going to bump an Otawara into the graveyard here. I already clicked F6. Make sure I don't click it twice. Like I said, Grazer's going to hyperspeed us a little bit here on mana. Island, Thespian stage. Pass the turn. Next turn we'll be able to shimmer and maybe find a Lotus field. They probably have a Graveyard Trespasser here. This is going really, really well for us. They had no interaction. They've only played a clock starting on turn 3. So we've got lots of time to be able to find some Lotus fields. That's a great draw. We will shimmer here, hoping to find a Lotus field. We did not find a Lotus field here. So that starts to complicate things a little bit. So there's an argument to take the Balajed because I can get back to Shimmer, but I think I'm going to go for like the win more plan here. We're going to pass. With the Graveyard Trespasser, they're just going to eat the Shimmer, so not really any reason to try and keep that Shimmer around. There's no way they're eating their Kroxa for an extra point of damage. We're not going to block because blocking makes us take 4 next turn when we could take 3 this turn. So we'll just wait. All right. Thoughtseize, they found that interaction. I think they're just going to take Ultimatum. But they could take the Vizier and just try and like say you're just going to have to naturally draw the Lotus field or a Sylvan Scrying. They did. So they're saying like, hey, we know your hand is powerful, but we're just going to make sure that you have to draw it to get there. Totally think that's a good play. I definitely think it makes sense. This also allows them to hit for 1 more. They could just have go blank here, which it looks like they do. Oh, another Trespasser. Clock is getting quick pretty fast. We don't even have a spell to cast technically next turn. Not a spell to cast next turn. We're going to have to pass. These are going to flip. We're going to block and then hopefully find a Lotus field. Go blank. Lifebane Zombie. That gets creatures? Huh. Weird to see them have Lifebane Zombie in. I'm not quite sure what they're looking for to hit Grazers. But like I'm going to play a Grazer on turn 1, turn 2. So we're going to block here. Oh, they are going for damage. Eating their own Kroxa. They're like, we want to deal some damage. All right. We're going to block, take 4, go to 9. Next turn, we're just dead. We have to find a Lotus field and then have some things go right, but it is possible. Now it's not possible. Now we're just dead. Dead. Dead as dead gets. We don't have any chances here. They take the Ultimatum, and that's pretty much the game. Yeah. They took a little while, so I was wondering maybe that's not going to be good enough. God, this hand is like so close. I wish these weren't in my hand. This hand is great. Absolutely fantastic. All right. I wish this was an untapped green source, but it's okay. They can definitely Thoughtseize, take the Pour over the pages, or it's right to take the Grazer. So if they open up on Thoughtseize, I 100% think that they should take the Grazer and not the Pour over the pages, as the Grazer is going to help me get to Lotus Field a bit faster. But, you also maybe want to just put me on, you have nothing kind of thing. So I do get both aspects of it. They're mulliganing. we're going to just toss a Lotus Field, as having second Lotus Field doesn't do anything. They're looking for interaction. That's for sure what they're looking for. They want to be able to have a turn 1 Thoughtseize or Duress or, you know, whatever their spell of choice is. We don't need the land. They can make it weird for us by, like, taking the Balajed. But Thoughtseize. Yep. It was obvious when they mulligan. When you don't keep a 7, it's because it doesn't have a Thoughtseize. So we're going to see what they do here. I think that they should take the Grazer, as the Grazer kind of like hyper drives me to Lotus Field. But the argument can be made that this is the only spell that matters for me. Okay. And I just found Thespian State. Now I don't really need to keep the Balajed. I don't need to keep the Balajed. Alright, so they really want to have a turn 2 creature or like another piece of interaction. They know I have the Balajed in hand, so they know like a Thoughtseize isn't dead here. But they want to have a creature, something that can attack. Could be a Kroxa. Could be a Kroxa. Hearse. It's better lucky than good. So they can eat 2 things here. Does mean that like Lier is like actively worse than it would be normally, but we can kind of fill up our graveyard like big time. This is going to be a graveyard trespasser, I think. Oh, Bone Crusher Giant, the best of the creatures for us to see. It doesn't really do anything extra. So we have a Pour. We have a Fae. So let's start here. Discard Balajed. Go get Shimmer. Take Vizier. Get Cycle Vizier here. See what we hit. Scrying is so-so. Okay. Take the Ultimatum. Green. Gonna cast Scrying. Cast Scrying. What would I need here, I guess, is the question. Is it just a regular land to be able to play, which like Odawara can be both? Or do I want the Paseju to hit the Hearse? I'm gonna take the Odawara. So I can cast an Ultimatum next turn. Can they beat that? I'm going to block. I'm still at 20. They need to have a way to take this Ultimatum out of my hand. Blood Tithe Harvester is not that. Okay, they're looking. So they're going to cycle. They need land Thoughtseize. They have land. Do they have Thoughtseize? They do. All right. Approach of the Second Sun. Woo! Woo! That was a lot. Alright, here we are for match 4. We're on the play. Another win for us here. We're going to keep this hand. It's not great, but we have a Lotus Field. We have some lands. We have a Shimmer. So, can't really ask for more. Definitely having the Behold in our hand is rough, as this is like one of my favorite cards to go and find, but it is what it is. We're gonna search here. We found a Scrying, so that's perfect. It looks like red-black midrange again. As long as they don't have a Thoughtseize, we are golden. We ended up just finding the Thespian stage. Gonna go find another stage. Gonna sack these out. Fable is pretty good. Fable allows them to kind of toss away those crappy fatal pushes and everything like that. That was a great draw. We're really looking for a pour over the pages next turn or an ultimatum. One of those two cards off the top, and we probably win the game. If we don't find, so Kroxa or Borg, we're going to take this 5 here, no problems. Worst case for us here would be like Graveyard Trespasser. Something that would be okay is like Chandra. I wouldn't mind too much. Blood Tide Harvester also okay. Graveyard Trespasser. Oof, okay. We are dead next turn. That is not really it. I think it's our best bet. Yeah. I'm gonna try and shimmer. Okay. Yes. Yes. No. Oh, yes. Yes. So I think we had it. We were gonna be able to leave 2 black left over, go green, blue, Emergent Ultimatum, and kind of go from there. I thought I had messed up. Thank God I had not made my land drop yet. I definitely should have Hidden Strings first and then started to kind of go off. But it worked out. We were good. We did it. We're going to do the exact same sideboarding as we've been doing. Sadly, I don't really have much more to say about it. We're bringing in both Ley Lines of the Sanctity for the iteration and the shimmer. Oh, God. First time we see Leyline in our opening hand, but our hand is like unusable. This hand is much better. So we're they also mulliganed. Like I said, red black is more accustomed to mulliganing in this matchup than you would think, as they're also looking for very specific cards, which is Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize bug, we end up drawing the card we put back, which is really good for us anyway, so not upset about it. Harvester is totally fine for us here. Drew Lier, we really can't afford to keep drawing pieces of our ultimatum combo, so hopefully we don't keep doing that. Hopefully they just have another Bone Crusher Giant, the best, even better. I was going to say Fable, but Bone Crusher Giant's totally good too. So again, like I said, this is the matchup where they're just trying to put on pressure as fast as possible. It should be fast enough for them, because this turn we're going to take 7, then they're going to be able to activate this and kill us, so we kind of do need to be able to do something. Dress is good. We got a lot of good spells. I think the best thing to take here is the pour over the pages. Like I said, we're going to take 7. Hopefully they don't have a land drop. Hopefully that's what they're doing here. Oh, crap. Okay. I'm going to take 7. I would love to draw a Grazer. Grazer would be the best draw on the deck. That is not a Grazer. So yeah, we just have to hope we're not dead here. We might not be dead. Oh, they could have Invoke Despair, maybe they drew both copies. Oh, that's good. God, this is so risky. This is so risky. So I dump both of those because I want to use the Shimmer to find a Hidden Strings and then cast the Ultimatum. But we did just lose 2 very important cards. Oh my God, that is not at all what we wanted to draw. And we bricked so hard. Whew, that was bad. Oh, man. This hand is close. One more land and we would keep this, but we can't. Oh, man. This hand is not good, but we're going to keep it. We're going to put back the Balajed. This Shimmer needs to put in a ton of work for us. And like a turn 1 Thoughtseize here, and we're just dead. Yeah, we're dead. Dead, dead, dead. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to draw well. God, sometimes you just draw it all. They also have a Harvester. Their hand's perfect. Hopefully they don't have a go blank. I was wondering if last turn I should have fetched up a Thespian Stage and then been able to this turn get back the Sylvan Scrying. I mean, this allows me to have the most explosive draw where I could just draw the Thespian Stage next turn. Yeah, Thoughtseize is really... Pour Over the Pages is definitely the best card in my hand. But yeah, the Balajed makes sense. Oh, they have another Harvester? How lucky. How lucky. Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize, Harvester, Harvester. Alright, we're looking for Thespian Stage. Oh my god. Found a Thespian Stage. Jeez! Wow! What a disruptive hand. Holy crap. This is incredible. This is their perfect, ideal draw. Oh, wow. This is crazy. And they put us to 9. If they have a Stomp, we die. We just die here. If they have Stomp. They're looking for it. Okay. They might not have it here. Wow. 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 We actually ended up drawing very badly off of our 2 Pour Over the Pages, but thank God we had that Mastermind acquisition, which just kind of kept the game alive for us there. So we're 3-1, heading into match 5. All right, back for match 5. Let's see if we don't play red-black mid-range again. This hand is freaking perfect. Keep. Looks like Phoenix, just from what I can tell right off the bat. Counterspell. Play out a stage. Sucks to use the stage here, but we do have the Sylvan Scrying, so it's not so bad. Most Phoenix players won't really have much interaction game 1 for what we're trying to do. So they're just going to try and do it faster. Den of the Bugbear. Take the stage. Play out the field. Dump this. Pass the turn. We still need some help. That's for sure. We don't have this like locked up. Oh, okay. This is the Prowess deck. No, we're going to block here. We are definitely blocking here. Alright. Alright, alright. Gonna play the stage out. We might just have a removal spell. Yeah, they have a removal spell. I'm not sure if they can kill us fast enough here. Ooh, that's good. I'm just gonna make this so that I can F6. So they cast an of 1 Mind here, draw 2 cards. They're gonna be able to attack for 5. I don't think they'll be able to deal 15 next turn. So I think we should be okay. Shimmer. Yes. Take Shimmer. Gonna take this. Gonna play this. Shimmer. They might have a counterspell. They might have like a Spell Pierce here. I was debating on getting back like Boseiju or Thespian Stage. Okay. Alright, we just gotta hope that we don't die. That's pretty much what we're hoping for here. I'm just gonna F6. Yeah, hopefully we don't die here. Of one mind, they're drawing 2 cards. That's 4, 7 damage. Oh, we might die. We might be dead. Yeah, we're just dead, right? This is it. They need 2 more spells here. Yeah, that's it, right? Oh no, that's 10. Oh my god, we survived that one. Okay. Wonderful. Dig through time is going to be better. We just need to find an Omniscience. We need to cast the Omniscience so that we're... Yeah, all right. They just concede. All right. Wicked good game 1 for us there. This is a matchup where I don't even really want to sideboard anything. I think that we're just in like really, really, really good position. I think I'm just going to bring in the pass and cut similarly to how we've been cutting. But I do think this matchup is very, very good for us. They do get access to some counter spells in the next game, but like their game plan is a little bit strange in the fact that they really want to be playing creatures too, so they will tap out at some points in time. We can just kind of assemble enough mana to be able to get around things like Mystical Disputes and Spell Pierces, as I don't think they're going to run that many hard counter spells. So I think we're going to be able to kind of squeak by that way, but we'll see. God, this hand is like super close. I'm going to keep it because of how close it actually is, but we can definitely get messed up here. This is a little bit of greed. If we don't draw a land in the first 2 draws, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. That's not really a land. That's kind of like the worst land. I loved having the Grazer because the Grazer blocks and is going to do some good work here. Oh my god, we did. We found a land. How amazing. We do not want that. Grazer. Alright. We're feeling good. Feeling good. We can block the Shredder, which is nice. Swift Spear is fine too. Of one mind, that's perfect draw. Drawing themselves 2 cards. They have a Gigantha revealed too here. We're blocking 100%. Taking 2. No other plays. They're going to hold up a counterspell, I'm assuming, here. I wanted to play the Shimmer, but I'm kind of afraid that they have a Mystical Dispute. I'm gonna cast the Shimmer now. If they want to use the Dispute here, I'm okay with that. Oh, they chose not to grow it. Definitely taking a Hidden Strings. Oh, maybe they just had a Consider or Opt here that they wanted to cast. Hopefully they have 2 spells to cast next turn, because if not, I would hold the Consider. But more than likely they do. It's a deck that just has really low costing cards. Soulscar Mage, alright. Play with fire. Okay. Of one mind, okay. I mean, I'm blocking. I'll be blocking here. We're in a similar situation to last time. We're pretty much saying, are you capable of dealing 15 points of damage like last time? If you're not, then we're going to be able to combo, hopefully. If they cast no spells, this is also fine. Alright, so they probably have counter spells in hand. That's kind of where my head would go here. I'm definitely playing the island. That's just a fact. I guess I'm going to try. They conceded. Woo! Hoo-hoo! We successfully played through a mystical dispute. So that's pretty much it there. We went 4-1. We actually lost to me, I think, in that game too. Wow, that's awesome. Honestly, everyone, thanks so much for stopping by. This was a lot of fun. Kind of proved the power level of Lotus Field. We were able to play through counter spells, discard spells, all kinds of stuff during that game. So I really, really appreciate having everybody here. As always, this is Carnage Cards from playingpioneer.com, the #1 website to get all of your Pioneer needs. We've got tier lists, we've got articles, we've got videos, we have a YouTube channel, we do streaming on our Twitch. So if you're looking for any type of content for Pioneer, please come check us out at playingpioneer.com. We have a lot of great people who work really, really hard at keeping all of the content up to date and bringing you guys the best content out there. So have a great night, everyone, and see you next time.